Welcome to another Unreal Foos video. Today I want to talk a little bit more about squaring the ball. Somebody asked me to elaborate on what it means to square the ball. So, in very simple terms, squaring the ball just means you want to be able to hit the ball straight. And as trivial as that sounds, it's actually not a trivial skill. Most beginners, amateurs have the tendency to spray shots, which means that you're actually hitting the ball at angles, as opposed to being able to hit the ball completely square or straight. So that's what squaring just means, just being able to hit the ball straight, and it doesn't matter what type of shot you're shooting. If you're shooting a front pin, as opposed to spraying the ball or hitting at an angle, if you want to be able to square the shot or hit it straight, it does take some practice. And mainly it's, if you just look at the physics of foosball and a moving ball, if you put a lot of force into this ball, when it's moving here, if you change the trajectory of this ball and you put a force going forward, if it's not, if you're not putting enough force to counteract that, this movement, this force going this way, then you're gonna make the ball go forward, but it's gonna continue at an angle. So if I go like this and I just hit it, as you can see, it just sort of sprays, or it goes at an angle because just by me trying to hit it. So the only way that I can make the ball go straight is if I hit it, is if I put a stronger force to be able to, to just put enough force that it's going to counteract all of that momentum that's going laterally and make it go straight. And then sometimes, if you do put a lot of force going this way, it's not just enough to be able to hit it like this with enough force. You also have to kind of get used to hitting in the opposite direction. So if I'm pushing here, I really got to hit this way in order to be able to square the ball. For a pull, again, you gotta, since you're pulling the ball, you want to be able to go around the ball, and then when you hit, to hit in the opposite direction. So when you're coming here, if you look, when I'm hitting, I'm going all the way there. Same thing for a push. With the push, now you're pushing the ball here, so you want to be able to come down, and actually when you're hitting is you'll be pulling the rod. So doing something like that. Okay, I need to practice my push. But you wanna be able to counteract that force. So as you're pulling the ball, you're coming down and pulling, and then so the squaring, it applies to pretty much every rod, or to every shot. So if I'm doing a push kick, again, if I'm going here, I want to be able to come down and hit the ball like that. So maybe I should have practiced a little more, but so now you get the idea that if I want to square, I can do that. And also, if somebody says, well, you have the option of hitting if you're doing a push kick, you can hit a square short, which means that if you're gonna do that, I'm pushing here, and basically I'm coming down and hitting with the short. So if I want to hit the short and just square like that, and then that just applies to any shot. Tic tacs, again, if you're practicing, if you were to just let the ball move like that and hit, you're gonna spray, and so then you gotta make sure that you are sort of putting a little bit of a motion going the other way. And the same thing if you're tic-tacking and the ball's coming here, then I'm meeting the ball and I'm going in the opposite direction. So I hope that helps. Let me know if there's any. Oh, actually, before I wrap it up, again, also squaring in the front pin or rollover here, with these pin shots. Again, it's if I want to square the ball, it's when I'm hitting, I'm actually going the other way, right? So even though I'm moving the ball this way, when I actually hit it, I'm splitting and going the other way. So you'll see that the rod ends up over here, that, or if I wanna hit a push side, again, I go, and you can see that the rod comes back. So if I were to do this in slow motion, I'm pushing, and then when I'm coming down, I'm spinning, but bringing the rod back. So you have to develop that timing. Same thing with a pin shot. If you're doing this, right, and you got to be able to bring the ball back. You got to be able to bring the guy back in order to square that. And if you don't, then you're gonna be doing those sprays like that and hitting the wall. So you gotta really practice squaring the ball like that by bringing the ball this way. The same thing if you go that way, and you can always see that at the point that I'm hitting and going the other way. So it's a good skill to have, and you have to really practice it to get consistent straight shots. And the spraying is also a good technique, but I'll talk about that in another video. Thank you. Send me some questions if this wasn't clear.